Say Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Oshai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Oshai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Oshai. First and foremost, I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule God and written in stone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiams in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. This evening I want to touch on the judgment of the ungodly is fire and worm. Right? And this is not the spirit, not supposed to be in a proud and haughty spirit. You know, we're supposed to humble ourselves because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said our righteousness is as filthy rags. So we're supposed to be in the spirit of humility because we go off every day, every second and minute of the day we go off. You know, and we said toward Yahweh Hashem Yahushua with grace that we could get up, repent, you know, continue the right path, you know, in sincerity and truth, right? Yeah, like I said, the lesson today is, you know, fire and worm is the judgment of the ungodly, right? Let me kick off with wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 19. He said, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Horrible. You know, 2/3 of people, you know, they got the Most High said, walk in great pride and great misery gonna happen to them, right? They can die of grievous death, right? Because there's an unrighteous generation. They're ungodly. They refuse to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They love the ways of the so-called white man, who's the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? And you heathens, you're gonna be destroyed too, right? Because you're an ungodly seed. And you are the heathen nation going to be destroyed too, right? You heathens going to be going into slavery, right? And you so-called white people are going to be destroyed after 1,000 years of slavery. You're going to be eradicated, right? So the end for the ungodly is fire and worm, right? It reads back again. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, verse 19. He said, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. And this 2/3 of our people, right? This 2/3 of our people are going to die of grievous death on this side, right? Because they refuse to acknowledge Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and do the things that he say, right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 6. He said, in the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled. Yeah, in the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled. Our people being homosexual, lesbian, our people worshiping all kind of idol, worshiping Jesus Christ, the worshiping Allah, Selassie, the worshiping the nigger woman, the worshiping the car, money, you know, you name it, all is vanity. You understand? They're being backbiters, you know, they're being proud, you know, you name it, you know, people, or the most I say, our people overpass the deed of the wicked, right? So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 6, chapter 16, verse 6. In the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled. And this are speaking to you Edomites, you so-called white people. A fire gonna kindle in you, because you're gonna be eradicated after 1,000 years, and you heathen nation too gonna be destroyed, and you're gonna be perpetual slaves, right? It said, and in a rebellious nation wrath is set on fire, right? 2/3 of people are rebellious, right? And the so-called white man use number one rebel. You use a rebellious nation because you use adversary to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So you rat is fire, right? After 1,000 years, you can be eradicated. America gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear missile, right? Which is fire. You understand? Let's read this again. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, chapter 16, verse 6. It said, the congregation of the ungodly shall be a fire. Salaki, in the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled, and in a rebellious nation wrath is set on fire. Wrath is set on fire. You understand? So this You don't want to be in this congregation, right? Because this congregation judgment is what? Fire and worms, right? Fire and worm. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 verse 17. It say humble thyself, no Salaki, humble thy soul greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worm. So you gotta humble yourself greatly. You understand? You gotta be humble in this thing. As I mentioned earlier in the video, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said our righteousness is as filthy rag. We go off every minute of the day, we go off. But toward the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for grace, that we could repent and turn back. That's why we gotta humble ourselves. We gotta be in the spirit of humility, right? Don't be like the ungodly, because his end is fire and worm. You understand? Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 verse 17. Humble thyself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms. It is fire and worms, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 14. He said, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind. So the hope of the ungodly like dust that is blown away with the wind. You see if you have a heap of dust and the wind blow, the wind is just blow away. So this is the hope of the ungodly. When all hell break loose, martial law, famine, race war, when those missiles are to fly, World War III. World War III can be in every land, in every country, in every village, and got World War III. This is a World War III. This is the Armageddon. This is the last war of all wars. So in that time, you ungodly, you ain't got no hope. You ain't got no hope, because you can call on your God not gonna save you, right? They're not gonna save you, because you ungodly, you gods are no gods, right? And 2/3 of people gonna be destroyed in these plagues. They're gonna be destroyed, right? 2/3 of our people gonna be cut off, and this prophecy that gonna happen, right? The prophesied in the Bible that 2/3 of people gonna die, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon 5:14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a tin foot that is driven away with the storm, like as a smoke which disappear here and there with the tempest, and passeth away, as the remembrance of a guest that tarried but a day. You understand? So they're gonna be destroyed, right? The scripture roughly paraphrasing the triumphing of the ungodly is but for a moment. A matter of fact, let me get it. You know, in Job, right? This is Job, right? That's why we gotta humble ourselves, right? Because it's fire and worm, right? It's fire and worm for the ungodly. There's a judgment. This is Job chapter 20 verse 4. He said, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heaven, and his head reach unto the cloud, yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? And this going into the so-called white man destruction. After 1,000 years slavery gonna be destroyed, and and 2/3 of people gonna be destroyed too. You understand? The hope of a hypocrite is but for a moment. You understand? It's but for a moment. It's a little time. It's a little time. Back in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 14, he said, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a tin foot that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is disappear here and there with a tempest, and passeth away at the remembrance of a guest that tarried but for a day, right? So this one I'm to the ungodly, right? Who refuse, especially you 2/3, You so-called Negroes, Latin, Native American, you refuse to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. He said, their reward is also with the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the care of them is with the Most High. And the care of them is with the Most High. Is why you gotta be humble. Right? That's why you gotta be in a humble spirit. Right? This is the spirit you gotta be in. Right? Maccabees break it down. Right? This is 1 Maccabees chapter 2 verse 57. He said David, for being merciful, possessed the throne for an everlasting kingdom. Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Zacharias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for the innocency, was delivered from the mouth of the lion. And thus considered he all throughout all age, none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. So you gotta put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, these great men, our forefathers, this is the example. These men, they believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and put the trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and then nothing overcome them. Right? Verse 62. Fear, he said, maybe verse 61. And thus consider he throughout all ages, that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not them. He said, fear not them, the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worm. This is the glory of a sinful man. Dung and worm, fires and worm. Read this again. 1 Maccabees chapter 2 verse 2. He said, fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dungs and worms. You understand? Dungs and worms. Verse 3. He said, today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust, and his thought is come to nothing. Right? To nothing. Right? So we don't want to be like the ungodly. Right? We want to be humble. We don't want to be like the spirit tutor our people. Right? Like these heathen nation. Don't hand in the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Right? We don't want to be the rebellious house like the nation of Israel, tutor the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, who in the spirit do as you please. You know, only pleasing the flesh. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna destroy y'all. Right? That's exactly what's gonna happen. Right? This is 2 Peter. Right? 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 7. He said, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, which is the so-called white man rulership, right? Heaven represents rulership, our power, right? By the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of the ungodly men, right? And this determines nuclear missile, the fire, right? The ungodly men gonna be burned up in the fire. You understand? They're gonna be burning up. It said the wrath of the ungodly is fire and worm. Right? You don't want to be like that. You understand? This is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. He said, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation. Right? The Most High know how to deliver the God out of temptation, where you gotta be humble. The Most High look at one of a humble spirit. Right? He said, and to reserve judgment unto the day of judge Salaki, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So the Most High can preserve. The Most High can preserve them. Right? You wicked ass niggas. The Most High preserving y'all. Right? You wanna say you're black conscious. You wanna call yourself Kemet. You wanna call yourself you're a Muslim. You're a Christian. The Most High preserving you niggas. Right? The Most High preserving you niggas for the day a judgment to be punished, right? So repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You are Israelite, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, you are Israelite. Repent and turn back to the true power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakakodash. Right? Read this again. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment, to be punished. Right? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because your judgment gonna be fire and worms. Right? You need to repent. This is Psalm chapter 35, Psalm chapter 34 verse 16. He said, the face of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is against them that do evil. That's why the triumphing of the wicked is short. It is short. That's why the judgment of the ungodly is fire and worms. Right? He said, the face of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The Most High gonna cut it off. This is why you so-called white people gonna serve slavery for 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years you're gonna be eradicated. You're not gonna see you devils ever again. You're not gonna see another Edomite on the face of the planet. Right? Verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord hear it, and deliver them out of all their trouble. The righteous, the ones who fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is the one who humble themselves, who be sincere, who teaching the gospel in sincerity and truth, who repenting from the wicked ways and be sorrowful in the spirit for the dead. Right? The Most High going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men, women, and children. But you ungodly, 2/3 of people, you are ungodly, and your judgment is fire and worm. Esau, you gonna serve 1,000 years of slavery, and after 1,000 years of slavery, you're gonna eradicate you devil. You are the heathen nation, gonna be perpetual slaves. And if you don't do what we say, we're gonna put you heathens to death. Right? Verse 18. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, a humble spirit. Right? A humble spirit. The Most High says he's near unto them of a humble spirit. Right? This is James 4. Right? This is James chapter 4 verse 10. It says, humble yourself in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and he shall lift you up. Gotta humble yourself. There's the men that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna be close to, of a humble spirit. Right? This is Psalms 34 and 18. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, mean broken spirit. Right? And saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. And saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So the Most High gonna save them of a contrite spirit. That we just read in 2 Peter 2. Right? The Most High know how to deliver the righteous. He know how to deliver the righteous. Right? Verse 19. Many are the affliction of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua deliver him out of them all. So the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua can deliver the elect in this last day. He said the righteous are scarcely saved. The righteous are scarcely saved. A motherfucker, let me get it, you know. Most I said we can speak with stammering tongues. Right? It's lucky with the stammering tongue there. Right? Let me get this on it. This is 1 Peter. Right? This is 1 Peter 4. 1 Peter 4 and 17. He said, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And if it first begin at us, well, judgment will begin at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Right? Fire and worm is for the ungodly. This is the judgment for the ungodly. Fire and worm. He said, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinners appear? Right? Fire and worm. Right? Fire and worm is the judgment of the ungodly. So we need to humble ourselves, you know, to walk in humility, sincerity, pray for the spirit of humility. Right? because the judgment of the ungodly is fire and warm. And with that, Old Testament is edifying. We want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.